Aloha! This is lesson 164 from A Course in Miracles with Hope Johnson. Now are we one with Him who is our source. What time but now can truth be recognized? The present is the only time there is. And so today, this instant, now, we come to look upon what is forever there. Not in our sight, but in the eyes of Christ. He looks past time and sees eternity as represented there. He hears the sounds the senseless, busy world engenders, yet he hears them faintly. For beyond them, all he hears, the song of heaven, and the voice for God more clear, more meaningful, more near. The world fades easily away before his sight. Its sounds grow dim. A melody from far beyond the world increasingly is more and more distinct. An ancient call to which he gives an ancient answer. You will recognize them both, for they are but your answer to your Father's call to you. Christ answers for you, echoing yourself, using your voice to give his glad consent, accepting your deliverance for you. How holy is your practicing today as Christ gives you his sight and hears for you and answers in your name the call he hears. How quiet is the time you give to spend with him, beyond the world. How easily are all your seeming sins forgot, and all your sorrows unremembered. On this day is grief laid by, for sights and sounds that come from nearer than the world are clear to you who will accept today, who will today accept the gift he gives. There is a silence into which the world cannot intrude. There is an ancient peace you carry in your heart and have not lost. There is a sense of holiness in you the thought of sin has never touched. All this today you will remember. Faithfulness in practicing today will bring rewards so great and so completely different from all things you sought before, that you will know that here your treasure is, and here you rest. This is the day when vain imaginings part like a curtain to reveal what lies beyond them. Now is what is really there made visible, while all the shadows which appeared to hide it merely sink away. Now is the balance righted, and the scale of judgment left to him who judges true. And in his judgment will a world unfold in perfect innocence before your eyes. Now will you see it with the eyes of Christ. Now is its transformation clear to you. Brother, this day is sacred to the world. Your vision given you from far beyond all things within the world looks back on them in a new light. And what you see becomes the healing and salvation of the world. The valuable and valueless are both perceived and recognized for what they are. And what is worthy of your love receives your love, while nothing to be feared remains. We will not judge today. We will receive but what is given us from judgment made beyond the world. Our practicing today becomes our gift of thankfulness for our release from blindness and from misery. All that we see will but increase our joy. because its holiness reflects our own. We stand forgiven in the sight of Christ, with all the world forgiven in our own. We bless the world as we behold it in the light in which our Savior looks on us, and offer it the freedom given us through his forgiving vision, not our own. Open the curtain in your practicing by merely letting go all things you think you want. Your trifling treasures put away, and leave a clean and open space within your mind where Christ can come and offer you this treasure of salvation. He has need of your most holy mind to save the world. Is not this purpose worthy to be yours? Is not Christ's vision worthy to be sought above the world's unsatisfying goals? Let not today slip by without the gifts it holds for you, receiving your consent and your acceptance. We can change the world if you acknowledge them. You may not see the value your acceptance gives the world, but this you surely want. You can exchange all suffering for joy this very day. Practice in earnest, and the gift is yours. Would God deceive you? Can his promise fail? Can you withhold so little when his hand holds out complete salvation to his Son? Wow. Now are we one with him who is our source? This is about accepting the vision that's really your true vision. Your true vision is the vision of Christ that just sees everything and everyone as wholly valuable for what it brings, right? It's like only thing that can make anyone feel upset is making valueless things meaningful. You know, it's like there's value placed on all these different idols. You can call it idols in the world. Something to aspire to, something you think you want, an image you think you want, right? Self-image, another image, the job you think you need. You know, it's like right within, though, the minutia of your experience, right within it are all of the gifts. It's just a willingness, and you know, it could manifest, and it often does, as a willingness over time. Right? There's a illusion being played out for everyone's benefit, for maximal benefit. So, you know, it's like Christ looks on the illusion as the means for escape and not anything else. So everything that is perceived in the illusion, all feelings, good ones too, right? We give meaning to these feelings and thoughts and things. You know, it's like every good feeling that gets grasped onto, it leads to its opposite. It always leads back to its opposite. And, you know, sometimes that's really quick. I call that mercy when it's quick like that, when the cycle goes fast, right? Because, you know, it could take a long time. And if so, that's what's necessary. That's what you need. Like the good feeling things, the good feeling thoughts, the good feeling projections. It's all projection. They lead back to their opposite. Everything just leads back to its opposite. So it's like finding that sense that's before feeling, even before feeling. Because a feeling can be a beautiful experience that sucks you into it, right? And not that that's a bad thing. Look, every time you're getting sucked in by a feeling, you're coming back with gifts. Just look at it that way because it's true, right? So it's like these sights, sounds, everything we think we hear, they're coming from us. And they're for loving. They're really just for loving. When we hear the voice for God, everything is meaningful in that way. It's meaningful in one way only. And about the things you want, this lesson is also, putting aside the things you think you want. All the things you think you want also lead to these opposites. It's just a dance of opposites playing out. What everyone really wants is the peace of God. And that comes with willingness to hear the voice for God and see with the vision of Christ. I love this part. The world fades easily away before his sight. It's like even the sounds, everything's, I noticed I was walking down the road today going to Gehenna, and then all of a sudden this sound arose, right, from a tractor or something. It was like beep, beep. And I noticed my friend just get really triggered, like a big reaction. And noticing, just the thought patterns that are playing out up to that moment, just what's being shared with me and stuff like that. I can notice that the sounds are louder and more irritating the more busy your mind is, the more you're in blame, projection, shame. Like even the sounds are like mellow, like something that bothers you, a sound that seems to bother you, annoy you, anything like that. That's from seeing in a way that it's casting judgment on the world. So everything becomes more abrasive. Everything becomes more like, what's going to happen? Right? So this vision of Christ. Now are we one with him who is our source? Just apply that to anything throughout the day where it seems like there's a sense of separation, where that's coming up within you. And practice this as long as you like. This is the way I practice. I've taken this from various ACIM instructions, and I'll just notice whatever thoughts are arising and notice what kind of feeling is triggered, and then just letting it pass, right? And then as that keeps on coming up, it's like you go beneath all of that chattering, and then you can actually hear from God. And there are beautiful experiences that arise through that. There are beautiful experiences where like you get a taste of heaven, you get a taste of God. But that's not really meant to be the focus of it, like that you get that. And some of the lessons it is, like, it's like from time to time, it's like, okay, let's just rest in God. And it is very restful when you're seeing what your mind plays out, just watching over and over again too. When you notice that and you rest beneath them, that's where you actually like get those kinds of experiences. So it's not to push things away. I know sometimes people tell me they're frustrated with meditation because they've had a beautiful experience before and then it wasn't happening when they're triggered. Well, when you're triggered, that is the best time, actually. Because that's like, and look, you don't have to be triggered to practice. Just ask to see whatever it is that's bothering you. And then watch that stuff, notice that stuff, and then let yourself rest. But don't be attached to some kind of beautiful experience, let those just come. When it seems like you're not having a beautiful experience, that in itself can be a beautiful experience for you by noticing what it is that's holding you back. All it is releasing the blocks to love is what's going on here. So now are we one with Him who is our source. Only now can truth be recognized. And have a beautiful practice. I love you. Aloha.